sort of shows you how the third battery is going to go, the last battery is going to go in. You'll just work your way in, and it will slowly position itself in. And you don't want to rush it, but as you slide it in, you notice that it is going to increase in tension a bit, and that's normal because we do want these batteries to be in a slight compression state, as it will extend the operational life. Okay, so we'll resume in a second when they're almost in. Okay, the batteries are now in. It's very important to make sure you have the orientation correct. So in this case, we have a positive, negative, positive, negative. This is really the orientation we want to have. It doesn't matter which side you have it set up. For example, even if I rotate the battery on the other side, the orientation will remain the same. Positive, negative, positive, negative. So as long as you have it oriented correctly, you should be fine. The compression among the cells is enough to actually keep the cells in place. So even if you tilted this battery upside down, it's very unlikely the cells will slide out. You'll actually have to kind of work it a good bit to extract the cells. Now we will begin with adding the different plates that actually hold the batteries in place. So these plates are available in various different colors, and while placing your order, you can let us know what color you want. We offer transparent, red, black, yellow, blue, green. So if there's a particular color you like, let us know. We can go ahead and have that printed out for you. You notice that one side has a negative in there, and the other side has a positive insignia. So when you're setting up your battery, make sure it is lining up with that, as it'll help keep everything you have oriented in the right way. These normally fit the LF280. They may fit the LF different batteries, but the spacing between them is about 40 millimeters, and it does get a little shorter as the curve ends. So if you want to find out compatibility, just make sure that your overall width of your terminal is not more than 40 millimeters, as it may have a problem when it comes down to actually situating the battery in place. To secure the top plate, you will attach 4 5mm bolts with washers, which are included with the kit. And what this will do is help keep the top plate in place. And this, combined with the compression that we have on the cells, is pretty much going to make the battery solid and rigid. It should not move unless you're in a very severely bumpy or unstable environment, which is probably not good for your cells. So you probably will do more harm to your cell chemistry than you would the actual battery. Next, we're going to go ahead and screw these in. The next step in our battery assembly process is the wiring and the harness. Now, if you have purchased our basic kit, these components are not included. You do get the hardware bolts so that you can set it up yourself. The bus bars are not included. That will normally come with whoever you're buying your cell suppliers. If you've purchased from us, we will include those bus bars for you. It also includes a top plate, which will house the BMS. If you have your own BMS, you can certainly space your own BMS. It is compatible with various BMSs coming from overseas. However, for absolute compatibility, the sfk-150 amp rated BMS is ideal. However, it is compatible with third-party BMS as well. This is a popular JBD BMS, and it will work. You'll need to secure it with tape, but it will fit within the cavity. And this is a 100 amp 4S BMS. So we'll now actually go ahead and begin the wiring instruction. The first step we recommend you do is put some Loctite into the mounting bolts of your battery, and you can do that by simply placing some Loctite here, letting it dry. You'd want to wipe out the excess, so you don't want anyone actually to show up on the terminal itself, just really on the threads. And it doesn't have to be drastic. This is removable blue Loctite. It just prevents bolts from getting loose, in case that you're in a mobile environment and your battery is subjected to vibration. So we'll let that dry in a second, and then we'll come back shortly. Now that the Loctite has dried, we will begin with the wiring harness process. So the wiring harness basically involves putting in terminals that will deliver current, as well as balancing cables, which will help monitor the battery status. It's also supplemented with these bus bars that allow you to complete the series circuitry. The included wiring harness is cut to length, so it makes it easy for you to install. You'll want to use insulated tools whenever possible, and go ahead and tighten the bolts down.